Hey, what's going on? You're watching All the Way Up Crypto with another What's on Miner's Mind. So, yesterday I talked to you guys about DigiAssets. This is going to be a little bit of an extension of that discussion because I think it is paramount that what they are doing and what some other blockchains are doing is going to provide the interoperability, which in my opinion, if you don't have the interoperability as we move forward and get into more adoption and trying to move ahead with things, that you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. So one of the things I didn't mention is in that video that I had linked up from the AMA with Jared Tate and the rest of the Digibyte guys, is that they're using opcodes. And opcodes are, it's short for operation codes. So in the programming world of things, there's things that can be done that are kind of built into the code to do certain things that the machine can understand. So the way Ethereum runs is it runs on a virtual machine. Don't get all worried about all that stuff, but what you need to pay attention to is if any blockchain is doing something like what Digibyte is doing, are they including these opcodes, and are these opcodes interoperable with other blockchains' opcodes? So Digibyte is developing the DigiAsset to be able to utilize these opcodes, and they're trying to use as many as they can to work with Ethereum. Why does that matter? Well, there's a big reason why that matters, because Ethereum is right now the largest smart contract platform. At least it has the most invested in it. Yeah, there are technological issues with Ethereum as far as its capacity and speed and stuff, but I'm confident the updates that are coming out with Ethereum that things will improve. So don't ever count Ethereum out of it. Yeah, there's other blockchains like EOS that may be faster due to how their consensus is set up. Yeah, I mean, you just have other options that are out there, but that doesn't mean everyone is only going to use one platform. I mean, there's multiple operating systems. You have Linux, you have Mac OS, you have iOS, you have Android, you have Windows. I mean, and there's more beyond that. But the big thing that you have to think about is how this data is going to come together. And maybe this is more of a big picture type thing. But the technological world we live in, we are constantly emitting data. And this data, I think, as we go down this blockchain path, data is going to be tokenized. Information is going to be tokenized. And we're going to kind of get out of this get things for free mentality. And, like, for example, we use Google for free, but why is Google a multi-billion-dollar company? Well, it's simple. They take the information that we give them or provide to them, and then they sell it, right? You go on Google, and they get a ton of their money through advertising, right? So if I'm a business, I'm going to advertise to a certain group, or I'm going to put an advertisement up there for my business. I put some stuff in there, and then I like pay per click based off of what people type into a search bar, right? So those are based off of keywords. Now, what if it was the other way around? Rather than these big, huge silos, like Google holding all this information, or Facebook holding all this information and then selling it. So they collect all kinds of information. You're using Google Maps, they're selling the information to different people. You're using, they have all that information available when people do their ads. It's absolutely incredible. But what if we hold our data? What if we are the ones that reap the benefits from our data? And that's what I kind of see what the blockchain will end up doing. You take a look at a project like Pillar. was just a wallet app. No, it's way bigger than a wallet app. It's a huge ecosystem that they're building there. It to basically be your personal data locker. And then if someone wants access to it, well, then you grant them access only to the data that they need to have, because the rest of the stuff is verified in the blockchain. You are who you say you are. You know, you look at the Equifax hack, they shouldn't have had access to all of our information. It's fact. So, back to the whole DigiAssets thing. This is why I'm telling you, if things can be tokenized easily, turned into a digital asset on a very strong blockchain like Digibyte, and now they can interact. Now you can interact with smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain or another blockchain. Wow, do you understand how this system is going to start to be built out? I mean, this is where, you know, you look at Digibyte, no one's getting paid to develop. I mean, you know, they might get something from maybe a foundation that was set up, and that foundation has collected funds or something. But I mean, like, this is uncharted territory. It's massive. It's massive. The stuff that's going to come down the road here as we move forward in the next 5 to 10 years, I think it's going to be like a 180 reversal in some aspects of what we're used to doing in our life, and how we just give away information for free. Now people are going to have to pay us for our information. We might have to pay to play, so to speak, down the road. But hey, look at like what Theta's doing. They're a prime example of they're going to solve a problem. But how are they going to solve it? Well, let's reward people for helping us solve this problem. The content delivery network. That's their sole purpose. How can we do this? Well, let's have people share their bandwidth. We'll reward them for sharing their bandwidth. And then, you know, whatever we reward them with, they'll be able to use that to pay for the services that are on our platform. Like, it's genius. And if they do it right, and you don't have to jump through 1,000 hoops to reap the benefits of Theta, and it picks up some mass adoption. I think they're focused in the right area with gaming, and then from gaming you go out from there, and as things get developed and they get easier, and they'll be big. I mean, Theta could be really, 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 really big if it hits adoption at the right point. So hang in there. These digital assets that'll be created in the next, 5 to 10 years, that's what's going to be everywhere. And it kind of goes back to the bargaining system. We may end up getting out of this whole cash system, this whole money system of currency, and we'll be dealing with bartering with information tokens and data tokens and stuff. So who knows? I mean, it's just a bigger possible concept, but don't ever take anything I say as financial advice. Because if I were Warren Buffett, then maybe you could take stuff as financial advice. But even he's a little bit out of touch with the new way of doing things. And he calls Bitcoin rat poison. So, yeah, it's rat poison to the fiat monetary system. That's exactly what it is. Because it's eating it up. So, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button. And hopefully you guys know that I'm not like all in on any particular coin. I'm going to cover projects and blockchains that I think are good. Maybe I'm invested, maybe I'm not. But I'm looking at things purely from an objective standpoint and giving you guys the facts. Rarely will I jump into something that's controversial. If it is controversial, I'm going to pick a side and I ain't budging. So, you guys take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.